Hello everyone, and welcome to episode number 2 of 1.5 Piece, a podcast about a random person that has never watched even a single episode of the popular anime One Piece. That random person will be me, Siv, hello, and in each episode I will have a guest on here that knows way more about the story of the Straw Hat Pirates and their crazy-ass adventures. Today we are talking about episodes 4 to 5 of the anime, guest starring Viv, aka Leaves_Viv.
Yeah, let's go on to episode 4, shall we?
Episode 4 and 5, I did take less notes on those ones, so...
Okay.
I think maybe episode 1 and 3 I was trying to note everything, and it's way less on the next ones. So we have episode 4, we meet part of Buggy's crew.
Buggy.
And his ship, and they're looking at treasures when they find Nami, who pretends to be tired and baits them on her boat with an empty chest. Meanwhile, she steals their ship, and Nami predicts a storm. And honestly, the crew just fucking dies. They just drown. And Nami happily turns to the camera and says, "Bingo!"
Yeah,
she's way too. That's the way to be happy about like death. We switch back to Zoro, and Zoro shames Luffy for not having a good sense of navigation. Quite the contrary to Nami, who just predicted a weather situation.
Yeah, she's quite good with the weather.
Yeah, she is. Zoro went into the world to search for someone specific, and he gets angry and kicks the boat. Luffy's head flies away while he does that, and he's very angry about it, and not very angry, he's like upset about it, and we learn about Shanks. We finally learn about Luffy's backstory and how he wanted to go with Shanks and his crew. I'm pretty sure that Shanks is not his father, right? So he's just a different pirate? Because we never hear something like son or father.
No.
Okay. Everyone tells him that everyone tells Luffy that he's still a child and he can't come back with them. And we get a flashback the flashback gets back into a bar. Some meanies kick in the door and insult everyone in the bar for no reason. It's bandits. Yeah. They want alcohol, and Shanks tells them that they drank everything, but he offers them his bottle that is not opened yet.
Very nice, very king move.
Very honestly, yeah. And we learn that the bandit has 8 million berry on his head.
Yeah, and I wondered, I just thought pirates have a bounty and not a bandit. Maybe he is a pirate, but they refer to him as a bandit.
Yeah, maybe he is. I mean, technically, why wouldn't bandits have a bounty? I mean, every meanie can have a bounty.
Yeah, but the Marines tell the bounty. And what does a local bandit has to do with the Marines?
Is he a local bandit, though? I thought he was like...
I don't fucking know.
Well, anyway, we find out he has 8 million berry on his head, which is weird. It's less than Alvido's, now that I know it. He says his bounty very proudly after breaking the bottle, and Shanks is being nice and says he'll clean it up. The bandit starts destroying more, and as soon as he leaves, everyone of Shanks' crew starts laughing over Shanks, but like in a friendly way. They're like laughing with him, I guess, not over him. Luffy is in shock and upset that Shanks didn't fight back, and he sees the devil fruit. It's very different from the Netflix adaptation. He sees the devil fruit and eats it, and Shanks gets super angry. He shakes him upside down, and we see Luffy turns into rubber, and his head hits the floor.
Yeah, that's so nice.
We learn that people that eat a devil fruit can't swim, which is very ironic that there's a lot of pirates that ate a devil fruit.
Yeah, right. And they could really die fast on the Grand Line and setting sail to find the One Piece, actually. That's really, really dangerous to go there. It's very dangerous.
Why are they not always running around with like those inflatable donuts?
Yeah.
You know? I would always have that one on me.
True. That is a good idea to actually go there.
Luffy runs to the bandits again, and he picks up a fight with them. Those bandits decide that they want to kill Luffy for being a brat. Shanks shows up, and we get a 6 showdown where Shanks tells the bandit that he should... Shanks has a bandit next to him that put up a gun to his head. And Shanks tells the bandit that he should not do this because putting this gun up on Shanks' head is risking the bandit's life. This dude immediately gets killed by one of Shanks' crew.
Yeah.
Shanks is very forgiving, but if someone insults his friends, he takes revenge. A dude with long black hair, whose name we don't know yet, I assume, takes care of the bandits. And last bandit, the meanie, is surrounded and throws a smoke bomb and then disappears. Shanks loses his shit, and we see in the next shot that the bandit has a little boat with small Luffy.
Yeah,
And
how fast did he get there? Like,
how long was the smoke bomb active? Did no one
I don't know.
think about checking what's behind that fog?
I don't know.
That Bandit threatens to throw Luffy overboard. He throws him. We see that Luffy can't swim because of the devil fruit. A monster, which we don't get more explanation for now, appears behind the bandit and eats him. And Luffy's still fighting for his life, but Shanks spawns out of nowhere, stands in the water for some weird reason. He gives the monster a death stare, which is really weird, and tells it to leave, and it leaves. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if is he king of the pirates? Is this the reason the monster listened to? Did I just solve One Piece?
You probably did. I don't know.
I just solved
I'm
it.
not there yet. It's not being shown in episode after 1,000.
So we don't know why the monster takes off as soon as Shanks tells him that. Shanks tells Luffy that he's in debt before Luffy because Makima told him, that's the barkeeper, told him how Luffy was defending Shanks. It's not Makima. What's her name?
Makino.
Makima.
Makima is the Chainsaw Man.
Oh.
Girl.
Makino. That's a quick crossover.
Parallel. Yeah, great crossover.
Because Makino told him, this is why I remember I heard the name, but I didn't quite hear it. And I thought, oh, she said Makima. And then I think it was because of Chainsaw Man that I thought of Makima.
Nice. Yeah,
nice. Makino told him everything, and she also told him that Luffy defended Shanks, and he's surprisingly chill. Like, Shanks is super chill for someone who just lost an arm.
Yeah.
And Luffy cries, and Shanks, in the next shot, leaves with his crew. Luffy's surprisingly fine with not being taken with him. For some reason, Shanks has then to say that Luffy will never become a pirate. That gets him really upset, and Luffy says he will become king of the pirates, which makes Shanks laugh. Shanks gives him his head and says he needs to take good care of it. And L is supposed to bring it back once he's a big pirate.
And that is where every One Piece fan cried.
Does Shanks die? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Back to today's timeline. We see Zoro is hungry again. They see a bird and Luffy wants to eat it and catches it with Gum Gum Rocket. But it's a big-ass bird and it catches him in the beak.
What the fuck?
And Zoro has to row all his way after the bird and is super angry. We then learn that the pirates from Buggy are not dead, in fact, and for plot reasons they survived the entire time in the ocean. Zoro says he can't stop and that they should jump on while he's racing past them with the boat. They then threaten Zoro that this is their boat now and that they belong to Buggy's crew. And Zoro just says, huh?
Yeah.
And the next shot, we see the pirates rowing for him. We learn a little bit about Buggy, that he ate one of the devil fruits, and he's a literal clown.
Yeah.
And in the next shot, Nami stole the map of the Grand Line from Buggy and is on the run. Buggy sees the big-ass bird with Luffy in the beak. They shoot it down, but only Luffy falls down and drops right next to Nami. Everyone is absolutely surprised that a human fell from the sky and is also alive. And this is the end of episode 4.
That's true.
Should we jump right into episode 5? Do you have notes?
I just have a small fact.
Okay.
But I think you get to know it later on, that these little, I would say, features of Nami, Ruffy, and Zoro are being spoiled or referred to later on like hell. I don't know if you know this, but Zoro has the worst sense of direction ever.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
You know that? Okay, so it's really funny to me to hear when watching this episode that he went out from his hometown in order to search for a man, or who was it? I don't know. And he...
Like the strongest swordsman. Yeah,
I don't know. And he lost track, or he lost his way. I don't know. And he become lost again. Like, what the hell?
For all we know, Zoro could have just rode around his own hometown and just came back.
I don't know. And Nami loves money. She's like Mr. Krabs in One Piece.
She's a gold digger.
Yeah, she's a gold digger. And has some knowledge about the weather, being a good navigator. And for convenience reasons, we need a navigator in Ruffy's crew.
For plot reasons.
For plot reasons, like you stated that before, yeah. And Ruffy is not good with navigation. He's
not good with anything.
Yeah, he plans nothing. I think Kobe said that in an earlier episode too. Like, he just sets out and like everything's comes to him.
He just hopes that everything falls into his lap.
And I think that's a nice look up on life. Just let it come.
So
let it come as it is.
So it's cute when Luffy says it, but when it's in my CV, it's not nice.
On the CV, I just take life as it comes. But yeah.
So on to the last episode of this podcast episode. Nami does some Oscar-worthy acting that Luffy was her boss, and Luffy is absolutely bamboozled by it. He doesn't know what's going on. Buggy's crew attacks Luffy while Nami runs away, and they punch his straw hat off, and he punches back. Mm-hmm. Nami has absolutely no worries at all. She just wonders, did they already kill that guy? And she sees the Gum Gum pistol against the bad guys and is absolutely in awe. She's in awe of Luffy's power. She presents herself as a thief, and Luffy has no interest in chilling with her. And also, he's very hungry.
Yeah. That is one trait, too. He's always hungry. Traits. Yeah.
Nami offers to invite him for food, and we get a cut to Buggy, who's very upset that his crew did not catch Nami with the map yet. Buggy is very unsmashable, by the way. I fight everyone.
Unsmashable?
I will fight He's very unsmashable.
Yeah, okay, but in the live action...
No, he's not.
What? Hello? Hello? And I think in the live action and in the actual anime, the voice actor being called...
here we go.
Shigeru Shiba is one of the best ones, in my opinion, because I think his cracks in his voice are the best. Like, I really...
Oh, you mean the voice? Like, his voice is the best. Okay. I thought, like, his looks. I was like, aren't we talking about voice actor?
Okay, I think he's quite nice, too, but he's a bit old right now. What did you say?
How do we know the age of Buggy?
Let me just Google it for you.
I mean, he does not look very young
What do you assume?
Let me think. So he is... I mean, he has a high bounty on his head, right? So he must have done either one big horrible thing, or he has done a shit ton of horrible things, smaller things. Mm-hmm. I would say, okay, wait, let me think. We live in a kind of real world in terms of no one is like 200 years old. So I assume he's, and it's an anime, so everyone's unreasonably young. So wait, he's either very old or he's very young, but I assume he's 43.
43? Okay, that's a bit old. Bit younger.
Wait, how old is he?
37.
He's 30. Oh, come on, 37. I was only off by 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah.
I
would have guessed he's a bit younger, actually.
No, he's definitely older.
Yeah, but okay.
You can. I mean, he's this amount of crew, this big crew. You don't get that from being young and just having luck. You know what I mean? He has to get a reputation. This reputation builds over years. So he has quite a CV to show if he ever applies for a job.
True. Talking about CV all the time.
Yes. I don't know why. So, and we find out that anything concerning a nose or having the word nose in it is very triggering to him. He needs to seek therapy.
Yeah.
His crew is literally the whole circus. And I thought in the next scene where he chokes out this dude, I didn't realize, my partner had to tell me, that he kind of like shoots his hand separately to the front. I didn't see that. I thought Buggy was a Jedi.
Another crossover.
Another crossover. We
haven't. Yeah, you still need Lord of the Rings. Then we have our bingo.
We're waiting for. What do we have? We had Matrix, we had Marvel, we had Harry Potter. So we're taking Rowling.
I had another crossover thought when Shang's arm is cut off by this monster fishy.
Wait, what?
With Avatar. What? On Kyoshi Island, he's fighting this big ass fish too, the Unagi.
Yeah, but she didn't lose an arm, right?
Yeah, he didn't lose an arm. But I think the fight is like similar, kind of.
I mean, okay, I do have to disagree with you because Shanks is not fighting the monster.
Yeah, that's true.
But I appreciate the effort for finding another crossover.
But the before, Ruffy being Aang and in the water, nearly drowning, and then the sea monster comes. Ha.
Okay.
There's a crossover.
We'll count it. It counts.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, I then found out that Buggy was in fact not a Jedi who choked him out with his mind. Nami brings Luffy to an abandoned house and is upset that Luffy thinks that she's one of Buggy's crew. She needs 100 million berry for a secret. I know the secret by now, but we'll talk about it as when we get there. This is where we find out that she's a navigator. So technically you were spoiling me there. Luffy wants her for his crew, but as soon as she hears that he's a pirate, she declines because she hates pirates. She cannot believe that Luffy is a pirate, and she only likes money and clementines. She has her priorities straight. She looks out of the window and sees Buggy's crew still looking for her. She starts playing Luffy and says under circumstances she would join. And Luffy, the naive child he is willing to do everything. And Nami just straight up ties him up, and he's confused but excited to meet real pirates. This point, he's not 16; he's younger than 16. Like, this is it.
In his mind, yes.
Yeah, in his mind, he's yeah.
But he's 17, actually. I looked.
Yeah, right. He's 17. Yeah. Sorry, I stand corrected. We get another cut of Buggy, who is even madder that Nami got away. And a crew member announces that Nami actually came back voluntarily. She pushes Luffy to the front and then she bleps. Yeah. Like, puts her tongue out for some weird shot. She brings back the map and tells Buggy that she wants to supposedly join the crew because she's annoyed by her, in big air quotes, boss Luffy. Nami's happy that the pirates are easy to manipulate, or like pirates overall are easy to manipulate. And Buggy throws a big party to welcome Nami to the crew. Honestly, he's such a great boss. Yeah. Imagine you get taken to a new job and they just throw a straight up party to you.
Yeah. How cool Buggy's nice.
Buggy's nice. He's not really smashable though.
He is. He has blue hair. How hot is that?
Although I'm conflicted about in the Netflix adaptation, he has long hair only with the hat. And when he takes that hat off, he has like short blue hair. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not as long, so I'm confused about his hair situation there.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
I don't know if I doubt that they made a mistake in the Netflix adaptation since the creator was there. So maybe they know something we don't know.
Yeah, I never noticed in the live action.
So we have the party, and now, Viv, you have to strap in. I wrote down everything that happens in the background.
Okay.
So we get a pan of the camera and we see a dude with a cat hat or hair. I didn't really understand what that situation was going. They were wearing those weave beanies, you know? Yeah. And he has a cat hat. He drinks a barrel of beer. Then we have a dude on the very left who just shoves an entire plate up his throat vertically. Wow. He has this plate and he puts it vertically into his mouth. We see three dudes in the background dancing kan-kan.
Really?
Like this. Da, 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 where they like throw the legs in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Next to them is a guy with space. I thought it was space buns, but I realized those are bunny ears.
Yeah.
He holds two. He holds two beers, and another one with a bear head, I assume, shoves 7 bottles of beer again vertically in his mouth. What's up with that?
Pirates.
Dude with a plant growing out of his head and a star on his face. It makes him look like a cheap ass Hisoka. Cheers onto a pirate who's doing a one-hand handstand on the table. Behind them is a dude who's wearing Buggy merch and who downs a beer. And next to him, there's a dude sitting on the floor. I don't know if he's depressed, whether he has social anxiety. I want to know if he's okay. Two dudes are playing the knife game with a fork.
Nice.
And then we have a guy next to Nami who balances a bottle on a sword handle, and he holds the sharp end in his mouth and stands on one leg.
Wow, what the fuck? You truly are into detail.
We got the camera pan, and I also noticed that the dude who's doing the knife game, there's one frame where you can see that they didn't draw the entire panel and then swept over it. There's a moment where they are already technically showing him, but he's not in the frame. And then in the next frame, he like spawns into it. Like he's suddenly there. His right leg just pops up on screen.
Nice. But yeah, I never paid attention to the background, actually.
You have to rewatch it and watch the background. It's wild.
But this is crazy, right? What happens in the background?
Yeah, that's what we call a true party. Yeah. Buggy's upset that Nami isn't eating as much, and Nami is thinking about how she's going to steal the map and bag more treasures in. Luffy is in a cage and tries to steal food with his gum gum powers because he's still tied up. And we get another camera pan from the party, but mirrored.
Guy.
Buggy is very happy and is ready to do the Buggy cannon, I called it. A cannon is moved up I think he called it Buggy cannon. A cannon is moved up and in goes Cannonball with Buggy's icon. Buggy always smiled as if he slept with a hanger in his mouth. He just wants to flex his power by firing a cannonball into the helpless village. And we see Zoro arrive with the 3 Buggy dudes at the port. They identify the explosion as one of Buggy's cannonballs. Nami has to pretend that she's impressed, but she's really not. She's shocked. Luffy interrupts Buggy and tells him that he's going to be the one ruling the Grand Line, not Buggy. Nami uses the situation to say that that's the reason she left her old boss. Buggy tells Nami to then fire a cannonball at Luffy if she doesn't like her boss that much. And Nami tries to talk her way out of it, but there's no way out of it. And we see that even the matchbox has the Buggy logo.
Nice.
Everyone starts chanting
everywhere.
Everyone starts chanting fire, and Nami's very conflicted because she doesn't want to be one of the pirates, but also she can't blow her cover. Luffy starts trash talking and irritating her, and a different clown gets the matches and wants to fire off the cannonball. Nami gets her foldable staff and knocks the dude out. And I then noticed that Luffy says "ara ara," but like
really?
Less erotic. Yeah, he says "ara ara ara."
Oh my goodness, I never catch that.
Buggy smells betrayal, ironic, with his nose. Nami apologizes, but Buggy doesn't take that. Luffy's confused why Nami saves him now, but like brings him in as a gift before. And she says she doesn't want to be like a pirate. 4 pirates attack her, and while the fuse is burning, Nami runs to it and puts it out with her bare hands. She's an absolute pain. We see Zoro arriving at the stage, and he saves the day. He then shit talks. There's a lot of shit talking in this show, by the way. Shit talks the pirates for attacking a girl, and Luffy's very happy. Zoro is annoyed, and Buggy's crew knows Zoro's name. Buggy's intrigued whether Zoro is here for Buggy's head, or more like bounty, and Zoro says he's not a pirate hunter anymore, which is weird. I thought he was still a pirate hunter, but he just joined a crew. But apparently he's not anymore. Buggy provokes a fight, and weirdly enough, what's up with them licking swords? Like Buggy licks his little knife, and Zoro puts the sword in his mouth. It's very unsanitary. Zoro slices Buggy up, but we soon learn about the devil fruit ability because he does not die. He just stays sliced up. Luffy celebrates. I keep saying L. I'm sorry. I abbreviate Luffy as L. Luffy celebrates naively, but Buggy's crew starts laughing maniacally because Buggy stabs Zoro with the detached arm. And the name of the fruit, I had to look it up because the German one is different, but the English one is chop chop fruit.
Chop chop?
Chop chop. Luffy is surprised, even though he's also.
What is the German name again?
I think I didn't write. Wait, I did write it down. No, wait, I deleted it after I wrote it down.
but the other is Temu no Mi.
His one is Baro no something because I wrote it down.
Bara no Mi.
Bara no Mi, right? And the German one is
chop chop fruit. I can look it up.
I can't find it. I'm trying. Trennfrucht.
Trennfrucht.
Yeah, Luffy is very surprised, which is ironic because he's himself a superhuman. I don't know why he's so shocked about it.
Yeah.
Nami is stressed AF. And Luffy says it's not fair to stab Zoro from behind, and he calls him a fat nose. That is a trigger word for Buggy. Buggy stabs him, but Luffy catches it with his teeth. And Buggy and the crew start laughing, but Luffy is not backing down and tells Zoro to run. Zoro turns to the cannon Zoro slices up Buggy again and then runs to the cannon, turns the cannon towards Buggy, and Nami is super dense. What should I do now? It's obvious. And the cannon is being loaded and fired. Buggy pleads for his life. The cannon gets fired while the fuse was going. There was honestly plenty of time to run away, but they didn't. And this is how it ends. And I assume that Buggy doesn't die because this is just such a red herring. It's such a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger.
It's obvious that he does not die, but this is the last episode.
With the background of what devil fruit he ate, it's quite clear where the name Buggy the Immortal comes from.
Yeah.
Probably he couldn't die by stabbing weapons like knife or
Other knives.
swords and other spiky objects, or I don't know.
I wonder if you can technically like shoot him in his head.
Yeah, I wonder too.
Because I'm pretty sure that I believe that if you probably slice him, he's not gonna die. But if you shoot him, he must feel pain.
Good question. I can't answer that one.
And what if you are not sliced through, like the nearly headless Nick?
Yeah, but I think his body slices automatically when something hits him. So probably a bullet would leave a hole like that in his head. I don't know.
I'm still thinking of
What?
So I saw a TikTok from the scene where Buggy like deattaches himself and then says, "Want to see what else I can do?"
The one where everyone was
Yeah,
hot for him.
Lucky, a streaming friend of mine told me that canonically, apparently, it is detachable.
I hope so.
Why you hope so? It would be very good for long distance relationships.
That's the case. That is the only case. Long distance relationship with a clown.
Honestly, or unless he's in like super kinky stuff.
Yeah, he's
super into kinky stuff.
Probably,
we know that.
Yeah.
He super is.
Stuff.
He must be.
He must be. I think so too. But do you think his nose is attached, or do you think his nose is real? Because he's really sensitive about that topic.
It must be real. It must be real because otherwise you wouldn't get so upset about it. I don't think I don't think that someone loves to choose clown as an image. And I'm pretty sure that I try to pay attention to that on the Netflix adaptation, whether his nose seemed to be put on. And I believe it looks very real, like as real as a nose like that can look. So I'm pretty sure it is real. Otherwise, there would be no reason for him to be like this upset about it. Like this upset.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because he doesn't get upset of people calling him a clown. He gets upset about people mentioning a nose.
Even mentioning just a normal nose. Not even
just saying something that sounds like nose.
Nose-related stuff.
Nose-related stuff.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Don't let Buggy hear that.
Don't let Buggy hear that.
Yeah. But yeah, you summed it up really good. Really every facet. I can't add anything more to it. So yeah.
I think that's it. I don't know how regularly I'm gonna upload those things. It's definitely gonna be like 2 episodes, podcast episodes. We recorded almost 2 hours. Yeah.
In one try.
In one try, actually, yeah. So Viv, if people want to find you on the World Wide Webs, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, X, former known as Twitter, and TikTok, but not that active on this platform.
Probably say your username too.
Yeah.
You can find me there.
Leaves_Viv on every platform except Instagram. There it is. Leaves_Viv.
Yes, exactly. And we'll put them also in the description.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here. I hope to have you again for other episodes.
Of course. Thank you for having me as well. It was really nice. I had the funsies of my life talking about One Piece with you.
Do we need a what can we say as a goodbye for the podcast, honestly?
GG no bye. Gomu gomu no bye.
Gomu gomu no bye.
But I think GG is right now your, how do you say, your attack move.
GG goodbye.
GG goodbye.
GG goodbye, everyone.
That's nice.
Thank you everyone for listening to this podcast. It would mean the absolute world to me if you could rate this podcast and leave your thoughts below. It helps me improve this little project of mine and bring more joy to you. But without further ado, everyone have an amazing night, morning, day, evening, wherever you are and whenever you're listening. Don't forget to be kind to yourself, stay cozy, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye!